Welcome back to Divine Stream Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Blakelock. Today, we'll be delving into the profound and challenging chapter of Romans 9. This chapter offers deep insights into God's sovereignty and mercy. Paul's sorrow for Israel. Paul begins with an expression of deep sorrow and concern for his fellow Israelites, wishing that they might know the salvation found in Christ. He highlights the unique privileges given to Israel, such as the law and the promises. God's sovereignty. Paul discusses God's sovereign choice in his dealings with humanity. He uses the examples of Isaac and Ishmael and Jacob and Esau to illustrate that God's purposes stand not by human effort or desire, but by his own will. Mercy and hardening. The chapter explores the concept of God having mercy on whom he wills and hardening whom he wills. Paul anticipates the question of fairness and responds that as the Creator, God has the right to shape his creation according to his purpose. Vessels of mercy and wrath. Paul introduces the metaphor of the potter and clay, emphasizing that God prepares some for glory and others for destruction, displaying his power and mercy. Inclusion of the Gentiles. Finally, Paul points to the inclusion of the Gentiles in God's plan, citing prophetic scriptures that foretell this expansion of God's people beyond ethnic Israel. As we contemplate Romans 9, we are invited to trust in God's perfect wisdom and his overarching plan for redemption. It challenges us to reflect on the depth of God's mercy and the mystery of his will. Thanks for listening. I invite you to join the discussion. Visit our podcast super site at godstreamradio.com. There you'll find podcasts from leading Christian authors and many Christian musicians. Plus, be sure to subscribe to the Divine Stream Radio newsletter, where you'll receive inspiring messages and have the chance to enter our weekly draw for a chance to win a 463-page study guide of the book of Job. You can subscribe by clicking the link in this podcast or by visiting divinestreamradio.com directly. Let's walk this journey of reliance on God together. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, exercise the patience of Job, stay faithful and seek God's guidance.